Hi guys, welcome to The Art of Craftsmanship. I'm Dustin. Tonight I'm going to show you my new vise that I got for Christmas. My wife got this for me. I had mentioned over the last few months that I needed a new vise. I'd been kind of looking on Craigslist, something bigger than what I have, and she surprised me with this for Christmas. I even carried it out to the car, wrapped in the paper when we were going for Christmas vacation. I didn't know what it was until I opened it up, so I was really happy when I opened it up. I have a 4-inch vise that's kind of small. The swivel doesn't work all that well, so I had kind of said that I wanted a few things, a bigger vise with a better swivel, and she got it for me. So let's open it up. I'll show it to you a little bit, and then we'll install it. All right. This is great. So it has a nice long handle with bushings on either side, which will help to slow it down so it's not clinking back and forth. I got 2 pivot clamps so I can tighten it from both sides, and 6.5-inch jaws. That's great. You see it has kind of a ridged gear along the bottom, so when I tighten it, the teeth bite into each other from the bottom here, and it really prevents it from spinning once it's tightened down. So I really like this vise that I have here. I like the way that it hangs over the bench, and so I want to recreate that with the new vise. Now this one's a lot lighter, so I didn't have to worry about anything below it. Even though it's hanging over. Usually you want your vise to sit directly over a support. So the way I'm going to get around that is I'm going to put a support underneath it. But I am going to have the wood come out. I'm going to build a bigger piece of wood so I can fit the whole vise on it. And then I'll put a single leg support, goes from the bottom down to the floor to have that support directly below the vise. 7.5. Like that. One of the really nice things I just noticed about this vise is that the edge of this jaw overhangs this front bolt by maybe an inch, which is great. So when I'm clamping things and they're going vertically straight down, I don't have to worry about that. So I will bring this vise out to the edge of the wood, and then I'll draw in my hole so I know where to drill through. But that way, anytime I'm clamping anything vertically, it's going to avoid that whole front edge. This Irwin vise, the front edge of this is right to the outside of these holes. So although it worked, it was always a little bit tricky to to get things to go vertically straight down, but this is going to be really nice. All right, I'll put the new one in, reattach it, and good to go. Make sure we have the center, the direct center between these 4 holes, which is not, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it might as well be as straight as we can get it, as even as we can get it down the middle. So that's going to be our center line there. So now we know if we just put that X in the center of the flange, I can actually line up the lines as well on each of these screw holes. Be good to go. Two inches is about perfect, but I want to have a little bit extra, so I got to cut a little bit less, or a little bit more, I should say. No, 2 inches that way, a little bit less. So I'm going to do 1 inch and 7/8. All right. The nice thing is that the other piece of this already came with a cap, so I'll just put that back on, and that will be the bottom of the leg. There we go. I'm sitting out the right distance. I need to come out a little bit more because I need to be able to access my bolts underneath. Right about there. All right. And I'm not really worrying about pre-drilling all the way down through. I just want to go through this board. Do one here. Go. All right, we'll do a sit test, make sure it's strong enough so it can hold up my 250 pounds. So we know it's plenty support. On top of that, I get to bolt it on. These are 3/8 inch bolts, 2 washers, and a nylon lock nut on the bottom to keep them from wiggling loose while I'm pounding on it. So it's good this jaws go out really far. I think they're rated out to 6 or 8 inches. They go out nice and far. And then I have a double clamping pivot system, which is really nice. So loosen that up. Loose. And that can swing all the way. And it's a 360-degree swivel, which is really nice to have because my last one didn't go as far. That's great. I'll end up shaking off things off of my workbench before I can turn this. Perfect. Alien made by my daughter. All right, so let's get my station set back up. Have a new vise installed, a little bit different from my Irwin. This is a great little vise, and I'll use it somewhere else, but it's no match to the Yost 465. I will get a lot of pleasure out of this. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you all in the next video.